The information in this video is for educational and informational purposes only, and this is not intended as legal, technical, or professional advice. While we strive for accuracy, laws and technology may vary by location and evolve over time. Always consult a qualified expert or professional for advice tailored to your specific circumstances. If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence or abuse, please seek help from a trusted organization or contact the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233. Did you know over 30% of domestic abuse survivors are tracked using spyware they never knew was on their phones? Think about that. In the US alone, 1 in 4 women experiences severe intimate partner violence. That's tens of millions of women. And a 2019 study found that more than half of the abusers, 54%, installed spyware on their partner's devices. This means millions of women are being watched, manipulated, and controlled through their phones, tablets, and computers. Here's the harsh reality. This isn't just a privacy issue. It's a safety issue. That phone in your hand, the one you use every day to connect to the world, could silently be working against you. It could be tracking your every move, recording your private conversations, and letting someone else know everything about your life. Spyware doesn't have to ask for permission. It works in secret, collecting data about where you go, who you talk to, and even what you do behind closed doors. And the consequences? They can be devastating. So right off the bat, I'm going to give you a quick but critical tip. To protect yourself, avoid using biometric locks like Face ID or fingerprint unlock on your phone. These can easily be bypassed while you're asleep or unconscious, and you can also legally be compelled to give your fingerprints and have your picture taken. Instead, use a strong alphanumeric passcode, something that can't be guessed or physically forced. Today I want to break this down, how spyware works, how it's often disguised as something harmless, or at least starts out that way, and the most important safety tips for men and women to protect themselves or someone that they care about. But before we get into the details, let me explain why I'm talking about this and why it matters so much to me. I've spent more than 25 years working in cybersecurity with a specialization in cellular networks and wireless communications. My job has always been about making technology safer for everyone and addressing the growing concerns around tech abuse. I've earned patents for tools that protect mobile devices, and I've worked with domestic violence organizations to help them understand and address tech-based threats. On top of that, I've served as a subject matter expert for multiple governments, advising on the risks and challenges of evolving wireless communications technologies. That work has given me a front row seat to how technology can be used, not just to connect us, but also for control and to harm us when it's abused. But this isn't just a technical issue. It's personal. When I was a kid, my mom and I had to leave the home in a hurry. My dad's behavior had gotten totally out of control, and staying just wasn't an option. I remember her packing us in the car and taking us to a hotel to hide out until she could get a restraining order put in place. Back then, we didn't have smartphones or apps that could track us. When we closed that hotel door, we knew we were safe. But today, for so many women and children, that peace of mind is gone. The very devices that they trust end up betraying them. That's why I'm here, to help everybody understand how this happens and what we can do about it. Cell phone spyware doesn't start out with something sinister. In fact, it often begins with a request that seems harmless, maybe even thoughtful. Take apps like Life360 or GPS tracking tools. They're marketed as safety tools, helping families stay connected so they know where everybody's at. Maybe your partner suggests it, and at first it sounds like a good idea. You agree. You might even find it sweet, proof that they care about your safety. But then things start to take a dark turn, and at some point, without your knowledge, they might install spyware on your phones as a backup, just in case you decide to stop sharing your location or delete the app entirely. Spyware doesn't stop at tracking where you go. It gives them access to your messages, your calls, your photos, even your microphone and camera. They don't need to explain it to you because you don't know that it's there. But in their mind, they might justify it with excuses like, I just want to make sure you're safe, or I trust you, but I don't trust other people. Over time, what started as concern grows into obsession, and the line between care and control disappears, and ultimately, your privacy's gone. So what exactly is cell phone spyware? These are apps designed to monitor someone else's device without their knowledge. They're often disguised as parental control apps, employee monitoring tools, or even security software. Some of the most well-known names include mSpy, FlexiSpy, or Spyzy. What makes these tools so dangerous is how easy they are to install. All it takes is a few minutes with your phone, while you're in the shower, while you're asleep, or even distracted. Once installed, these apps run silently in the background, gathering and sending data to your abuser. They can track your location, read your messages, monitor your calls, access your camera and microphone, control your photos and apps. If somebody's compromised your phone, they know everything about your life. That's why it's so important to recognize the signs and take actions carefully, because sudden moves can tip them off. If you're finding this helpful, share it. It could save someone's life. Let me share 2 real-life cases that show just how dangerous cell phone spyware can be. The first one is Andre Ledeve from Arizona. Andre was going through a divorce. His wife had moved on and started seeing someone new, but instead of letting go, Andre used spyware to track her every move. He knew where she went, who she spoke to, and where she was going. It didn't stop there. In a horrifying act of control and rage, Andre slipped a gear and took the lives of his 2 young sons, just 1 and 5, before attempting to end his own life. Now let's talk about James Harrison from Washington State. Like Andre, James was unable to let go when his wife left him. Using a GPS feature on her phone, he tracked her, monitored her movements without her knowledge. The result? James took the lives of all 5 of his children, ages 7 to 16, before taking his own life. Both Andre and James used technology to maintain power and control. Their actions destroyed innocent lives, showing us the very real and dangerous consequences of cell phone spyware in abusive relationships. If you suspect cell phone spyware might be installed on your phone, these safety tips will help you act cautiously and help you stay safe. The person monitoring you could potentially see your texts, calls, locations, and even hear your conversations. Acting normal and being methodical is the best approach to keeping yourself safe. This whole situation is deeply personal to me. I want you to hear the same advice that I'd give my own mother if she were in the same situation today. Her safety means everything to me, and I wouldn't want her to take any unnecessary risks. Every detail matters, so I would urge her to follow these steps carefully, and if you want to listen into what I would tell her, here's your chance. Comment below if you've ever worried about spyware or tech abuse. First up, assume all of your devices are compromised. Begin by assuming every device you use on the regular, your smartphone, smartwatch, tablets, fitness trackers, even your earbuds, may be compromised. This is because these items are an extension of the phone itself, which we're assuming has cell phone spyware installed. This also includes your car. If your phone is synced to your vehicle, your car's built-in microphone, cellular connectivity, and Bluetooth systems could also be transmitting sound or data without your knowledge. From this moment forward, treat all of your devices as potentially compromised. Avoid discussing your concerns, plans, or anything sensitive near these devices. Step 2. Get a secondary device. One of the safest steps is to acquire a secondary phone, one that's completely unknown to the person monitoring you. If you suspect your finances are being monitored, even a small purchase might raise suspicion, so involving a trusted friend or a family member discreetly is critical. When visiting a trusted person, avoid verbalizing your concerns if your usual devices are nearby. Spyware can monitor conversations. Instead, write down your needs on paper. Here's what you should include. What you need: a basic flip phone and prepaid service. Expect to pay somewhere around $50. Where to buy it: a store like Walmart or a similar retailer. Then, ask them to make the purchase and deliver it to you discreetly, all of this in writing. Hand them the note during a normal visit and act as if it's just a routine interaction. Once they understand what you need, they can securely help you. Then take that note and destroy it. If you feel safe making the purchase alone, treat it as a standard errand. Honey, I gotta go to Walmart and pick up some things. Okay, see you when you get home. When you get there, leave all of your electronics behind. Before you enter the store, lock your phone, your smartwatch, your earbuds, all the electronics in your car's glove box. Assume these devices can track your movements and overhear your conversations. Buy a flip phone and a service plan. Once you get inside, head to the electronics section and look for a simple flip phone with a prepaid plan. These phones are affordable. The whole thing will cost you somewhere around $50, and they're commonly bought for emergencies or work, so there's no need to explain your purchase to anybody. Keep it private. Handle your new phone with care. Don't activate or use the phone near any potentially compromised devices. Make sure to turn off Bluetooth and Wi-Fi on the new phone before activation to prevent any unintended connections. Then wait to activate the phone until you're in a completely safe, private space far away from electronics. By taking these steps, you ensure that your new device remains undetected. Step 3. Reach out safely. Now that you have a secure device, it's time to reach out for help, but this must be done carefully. I cannot stress this enough. Do not make these calls near any of your regular electronics, including your car. Modern devices, even when they're not actively in use, may sync data or record conversations. So you need to find a safe and private location. Choose a space far from any potentially compromised devices where you can safely make a call without raising suspicion. Go to a trusted place. This could be a family member or a friend's house that you visit regularly, a quiet public location where using a phone wouldn't seem unusual. Then use your new flip phone. Once in a safe place, use the flip phone to contact the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233 or text START to 88788. This hotline is available 24/7 to guide you with advice tailored to your situation. Key reminders. Assume devices are compromised. Do not use compromised devices to discuss your concerns or plans, even casually. Act normal. Avoid sudden changes that could alert the person monitoring you, like deleting apps or resetting your phone. And most importantly, remember that you're not alone. Support is available through trusted organizations, friends, and professionals. Help is out there, and you don't have to face all of this by yourself. Step 4, avoid sudden changes. If someone is actively monitoring your devices, abrupt actions like deleting apps or resetting your phone or even turning off location sharing could tip them off that you're taking action. This might escalate the situation. Step 5, work with domestic violence organizations. Organizations that specialize in domestic violence are trained to handle tech abuse situations. They can help you create a personalized safety plan tailored to your specific circumstances, transition you to a secure device without leaving a digital trail, and connect you with tech abuse specialists who can safely inspect your compromised devices and provide expert advice. These organizations are experienced in supporting individuals in situations just like yours, so don't hesitate to reach out to them for help, but do it carefully. Use your head. Key reminders, your safety comes first. Never use compromised devices for help. Even one conversation near your monitored phone, earbuds, smartwatch could reveal your plans. Always leave these devices out of earshot when using your flip phone or speaking with someone you trust. And just putting them in the next room over is not enough. The microphones are very, very sensitive. Plan your steps carefully. Take your time, act normal, and don't rush through these steps. Building a solid plan is worth the effort. And always remember, you're not alone. Help is available, whether it's the hotline, a friend, or a domestic violence organization. There are people ready to support you. Your safety, your privacy, and your freedom are worth fighting for. Stay calm, act methodically, and use the resources that are available to you so that you can take back control over your life. Ladies, your phones should empower you, not make you feel powerless. If you suspect someone's using spyware to watch you, take a moment, breathe. There's help out there. You're not alone. The stories of Andre and James are extreme, but they're not rare. Technology has made it easier than ever to connect, but also easier to abuse. Together, you and I can work to change that. Your safety, your privacy, your freedom, they're worth fighting for. Let's make that fight count. The examples and strategies discussed in this video are general recommendations and may not be suitable for all situations. Use discretion and consult with a trusted professional or domestic violence advocate when implementing any safety measures. The creators of this video are not responsible for any outcomes resulting from the use of this information. Your safety is paramount. Please proceed carefully and prioritize consulting with trained professionals.